Good morning, everyone. Hi, thanks for joining. Just letting a few people trickle in. Thanks for being here. My name is Lauren. I'm the social media doctor, and I am here to teach you guys Canva today. So again, thanks so much for being here. Let's see. Let's give it like a couple, maybe like one more minute. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. You guys know the drill. There is the chat bubble and the Q&A bubble. If you want to ask a question or you just want to say something, go ahead and write it in either of those, and I will see it and answer it throughout the whole entire presentation. So now is your chance to ask all of your questions, and I'm happy to help. So let's go ahead and get started. So today we are going to be working on Canva, and we are going to get started with a graphic, and we're going to create a Valentine's Day graphic together. So I'm going to start over here in this corner, move my face, and I'm going to click on create a design. Now through this process, you can either watch or you can try to create it with your tablet, phone, other computer, whatever it is that you're not watching on. You can try to create it on that at the same time. This is going to be recorded, and you guys will all get a copy of it after the class is done. So you can come back to it over and over. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to click create a design in the top right corner, and you can do the square. I like to normally do a custom size, and my go-to custom size is 3000 by 3000 pixels, but you do not have to follow this. This is all on you and whatever sizing you want, however you want to post it online. I do 3000 by 3000 because it's very high quality and it looks the best whenever I'm posting online. So let's open it up. Now, we are starting with a blank screen. If you are here today, you obviously know what Canva is and you know a little bit about it, because this isn't a very beginner's course. This is more just a let's create a graphic together. So I'm not going to go over everything over here, but all we're going to be doing today is creating a graphic together. You can ask questions and I will answer them. I do have other webinars that do go more into depth. If you want a more like beginner's course or more advanced one, I can send you that if you have any need for that at the end of the class. So I'm going to start by going over here to my elements, and what I'm going to create is kind of like a marketing piece / Valentine's Day graphic, and it doesn't matter what you are selling. You can create this graphic and put your product in there. I think I said graphic, and then that bothered me as I was talking. Okay, sorry. So let's go ahead and get started. Going to elements, and I'm going to start by searching, and I'm going to type in red silk sheets. Now you can go to photos or you can stay in graphics. I'm going to stay in graphics for this one, and I love this one. You guys can go through here and see any other ones that you might be into. If there's another color that you're looking for, you can type in like pink or purple or black, whatever silk sheet style you're going for. You could do yellow for all I care. But I'm going to go with red, and I'm going to drag that to fill my whole screen. Okay. The next thing I'm going to look for is back on elements. I am going to bring a line onto my screen. And what I want to go for, like the look I'm going for, is like stripes on the background, and then the product up front, and then the big Valentine's Day, whatever verbiage up top. Okay, so bringing the line onto the screen, I have to bring it so it's straight. So I got to make it 90, negative 90. And then we got to bring it all the way to the top and make sure it stays at 90. Okay, now I'm going to bring this all the way to the side. From here, I'm simply going to click on this duplicate button, and I'm going to duplicate it as many times as I can. If you wanted your line to be thicker, I should have brought that up. I just like mine skinny. You can go over here to line style, and you can play around with the line weight. If you bring it up, it's going to make it thicker. If you bring it down, it'll make it hardly there. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with 4. And I'm going to keep going. And now I'm going to highlight these and do one big duplicate so I don't have to waste any more time. Now I'm going to grab this very last line over here and drag it all the way to this side, as far as it lets me go. Now, watch this. I'm going to take my cursor and I'm going to highlight all of them one time. And I'm going to click on position and tidy up, and boom. Now they're all perfectly aligned and I can fill those out on my screen. Now, I don't really want these to just be this dark, so I am actually going to start by grouping them together. And I'm going to go to the transparency and we're going to bring that sucker down to maybe like 25. It's a good one. Yeah, that's good. It's like it's there, but it's not too much. And then I'm going to highlight it one more time. Actually, I'm going to make this locked. Okay, perfect. Now if I accidentally like pull on one of them, it's not going to just ruin my whole background. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is go up here and search for ripped paper. And we're going to go to photos because photos are a lot better, in my opinion, for like a real looking item. In graphics, you can find real images, and in photos, you can find hand-drawn images. So it varies, but majority graphics are always like hand-drawn or like computer created images. And then photo is always going to be like photos, pictures that you took. It's not always, but most of the time. Sometimes they'll get all switched up and I don't like that, but okay. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to simply just drag it across the bottom of my screen. You could choose whichever rip paper you want. All you want is to have it covering kind of like the bottom half of your screen. Maybe not the full amount, but just like the lower 1/3 of it. And we are good with that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in a second page. Okay. And we're going to go to our text. And we're going to add in a text box, and this is where we're going to create the words Valentine's Day. And you're probably thinking, well, why are we doing this on another page? Well, you just wait. I will show you. So let's type in Valentine's Day. Now from here, I'm going to go up and I'm going to change my font, and I'm going to choose Canva Sans. Make it a little bit bigger, and I'm going to bold it. And I'm actually going to make it all uppercase. So I am going to click on this button and it is ready to go. So all I'm going to do from here is simply click on share, download, and I'm going to do a transparent background. And I'm going to go and select only the second page and I'm going to download it. Now, once it downloads, I'm going to go to my uploads and I'm going to upload that file. Oops. I'm going to upload that file into my Canva. Let's see. Okay. Now we have it on the screen, and let's get rid of that extra space just because I don't like it. You do not have to do that. Okay. Now, from here, we are going to hit edit image, and we're simply going to give it a look of like a stroke on the background. We're going to click shadows, glow, and then we're going to go into the glow settings, and we're going to bring the transparency all the way up. This is very important. Take down that blur. You do not want that blur on your screen. And you can play with the size. Size doesn't really matter. It's kind of personal preference. It's funny because it's Valentine's Day. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's do a color behind it. And the color that I'm going to choose is red, but I'm not seeing that color. So let me click up here and kind of find my own. Okay, that's good. And you're probably thinking that I can't really see it. That's okay. Wait for the next step. You will see it at the next step. Okay, we're going to hit apply and we're going to do the same exact thing again. Edit image, shadows, glow, transparency, blur, and bring the size up. Now, see how you could see that red? Because we're giving it another stroke. See? And now you can see the red. Oops. Okay. So I have my numbers are 12, 100, and 0. And then I left the bottom one on black. Cool. So now that we have that done, make it a little bit bigger. Now we need the words happy. So let's go up and add a text box and type in happy. So for happy, I'm going to personally choose to do a little bit of a cursive-y font here. You can do whichever you want. I like Brittany. I don't know if Brittany is mine or if Brittany is a Canva one. I get all of my free fonts from dafont.com. I also purchase a lot of fonts, but mainly I use dafont.com. It's all free. And if I'm trying to find a font and I can see that it's like a purchased one that I want, I'll go and look on dafont.com or Google Fonts to see if it's free on there before I pay for it somewhere else. Just a fun fact. But if you don't see Brittany by typing it in up here or scrolling down, then I think I got it off of dafont.com. So if you want to go and find it, I know for a fact I didn't buy Brittany, but I could have gotten it on dafont.com. So that's dafont.com. And I can actually quickly just look for you guys. This is also a fun place to look. No, it's not on here, so it has to be a Canva font. Can someone, oh no, it is right here, this one. Okay, so all you would do is hit download, and then you just upload it onto Canva. Uploading fonts in Canva is a part of the Canva Pro feature. So you gotta have a paid version. But you can come on to font.com. Again, it's totally free. And like today is Valentine's Day, so you can go to holiday or maybe like script if you're wanting like handwritten cursive fonts. And you can kind of go through here and use any of these. They're all free. Again, just download, and then there's pages after pages of really cool free fonts. So that's a fun tool I like to use. dafont.com. Okay, so next we are going to change color. So let's go up to this text color and make it white so it pops. And let's drag it above and make sure it's centered. Cute. Now, the next thing we're going to do, kind of like a subtitle, I want to put like love is in the air or be mine or something like that right below this on the screen. So I'm going to go back up to elements. If you're like searching, let's say how you saw how it was just like searched. Okay. Like the search bar was being used. I just like double click on elements and then it brings it back to this elements homepage. It's kind of a quick little, instead of going up and hitting the erase button and then, yeah, you know. So I'm going to click on the square. I forgot what a square was called for a second. Fun. Okay. We're going to make it a skinny rectangle. And all we're going to do is drag it a little bit bigger. Maybe right here. And centered always. And then from here, we are going to go up here and we're going to change this color first of all. Let's do it to match this background. And then we are going to click on this guy. And this is like the little place where you're going to find the border weight and the corner weight. I'm going to make my border a 4 and I'm going to bring, or I guess it's going to be a 5. Come on. I normally like a 4. That's like my go-to for lines and borders is a level 4. And then I'm going to round my corners, and all that did is, if you can see how it's now rounded. So let's go back. If it's right here, it's going to be square, and then I can go as rounded or as not rounded as I want. So this is kind of halfway, and this is like the full amount. I love rounding my corners on here. Okay. And then the color on this outside, let's make it white. Let's make it stand out. Okay. So now that we have that, let's do another text box and write on top of it. I'm personally going to put love is in the air. You guys can do whatever you want here. If you have like a slogan, or maybe you're going to promote a specific product and that's like the name of the product, by all means, put that in there. The font I'm going to change this to is Canva Sans. I'm going to not bold it. So this is bolded. We're going to unbold it. And we're going to make it all caps. And we're going to make it a lot smaller. And then we're going to center it. Now, once it's centered, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go up here to this little button. It's called spacing. And all this does is separate your letters, makes it more condensed or makes it more spaced out. And if you have lines, let's say you have multiple written lines, it makes it more spaced out or more closer together. So I'm going to take the spacing of the letters and I'm going to bring it so it fills this whole little box bubble thing we got going on. The next thing I'm going to do down here, now I'm going to work on my product placement. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to look for, what do you call it? A platform. So I'm going to go to elements and we're going to type in red platform. Now, you don't have to do red, do pink, do purple, do green, do black. I don't care. I'm doing red. Just the vibe I have going on. You can go into photos and if there's something you like here, you can try to background erase it to get it. But if you're in graphics, it does have a lot in there. I like this double platform looking thing. Oops. This one looks good to me. You can do like the single platform. That one also, actually, I kind of like that one too. You do this one. This one's kind of cute. Ooh, I'm into this. Okay, actually, I'm going to use this one. This is perfect because it's giving like luxury Valentine's Day, almost like the little mirror. Yeah, I'm into this. This is fun. Okay, next thing I'm going to do. Search. I'm going to search rose petals. Now, again, going back to the whole like graphics versus photos, you can look in graphics and they'll probably have a lot of like the realistic ones in there, but I'm just going to stick with photos just because that's where I like to search. Now, a fun thing I like to do, so if I see something that I like, but I am not liking the background that it's on, like let's say it's flowers with a background, I'll bring it over here and I'll try to like edit the background and remove it. This is a pro feature. Just to see if I can get it to look good without the background behind it. So let's see how this one turns out. Because I like how the flowers are like scattered out on this one. And if it doesn't look good, we can go back and try another one. So, okay. So obviously this looks great and we need to flip it. So let's try to bring it here. Okay, so the problem is I want to duplicate it, but I want it to stay this big on this side. So let me try to duplicate it, flip it horizontally. And then maybe I can like crop the center a little bit because we obviously don't need that many flowers. Let's see how that turns out. Maybe this. Oh, perfect. I don't know. I feel like that still could be. Okay, so this is what I do. This is another thing. So let's say we have this. It's kind of covering up my platform too much, but let's say I want to try it in a different version, but I don't want to lose this. So I'm simply going to duplicate my photo up here and then go to this one and delete it and then try it with another flower set. Just because I kind of like the other one, but I might like something else more. So let's just try it in another version first before I like commit to that. I don't really, it's not doing it for me. Maybe in graphics. No, it's fake. I want like a real look going on. I mean, it's not bad. Okay, let's duplicate it and then let's flip it. No, vertically, I guess. Okay, try to match it up to the same size. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. And I like how it kind of is like shaping the centerpiece. So you're kind of like forced to look at it. It's like drawing your eyes in. This, I just feel like it's a little bit chaotic. I do like that angle that it's giving, but it's a little too chaotic. So let's stick with this one. And now in the dead center, this is where you'll put like the placement of your product. So for me, I'm not really selling anything, so, or nothing that I can put here. So you could put things here like an ebook that you're selling. I guess I sell an ebook, so I could do that. You do an ebook, you know, your different products, whether that's lipstick, a t-shirt, eyeshadow, pens, paper, houses if you're a real estate agent, anything that's not like a service, unless you have like your service on a piece of paper and you can figure out how to do that. But any kind of products you can easily place here and show off your product. So what I'm going to use is lipstick. And if you guys have any questions on how you might put this in here to show off your product and you're kind of confused, or you don't really know how you're going to put your product in here, go ahead and write in the chat bubble and tell me your product if you're like confused, and I can try to figure out a way of how I would place it in here. But for now, I'm going to go with photos. But again, write it in the chat if you need help. And let's see, I'll put in lipstick, and let's just say this is my lipstick that I'm selling. I'll just put it right here in the middle, and then I'm going to send it backwards so that the flowers are in front of it. A keyboard shortcut for that on a Mac is Command with like that bracket. It's like not a parentheses, but it's like a rectangle parentheses. I think it's called a bracket. And it's the left one. Yeah, so it's, yes, the left bracket has to be called a bracket. Okay, so now we have it behind the flowers. Let's see. So this would be my product, and this would be what I'm marketing. And obviously you're not going to put this out there if you like maybe have one lipstick on your page. Like you want to use this as like the main product that you're selling. Again, if you're, I know I have a lot of real estate agents that come on here. So let's see, a house. You could do a graphic of a house. You could do an actual house and like get rid of the background. Obviously you want something that's going to match. So try to get one where you can like interchange the colors. I know the houses on here, there's not a lot of ones that you can kind of change with the colors. So that sucks. I do have a workaround for that, but that's a whole nother class, but I can show you how to change the colors on these if you would like. Okay. So now let's pretend like this is what we are selling. Let's see. Yeah, like you can do a house here. I mean, obviously that house doesn't look great, so I probably wouldn't do that. Maybe a more realistic looking house. Maybe you have a listing and you want to share that listing, the house right here, like take it and try to erase the background. I don't really erase backgrounds on houses too often, so I'm not sure how this is going to look, but something like this. You could crop it to make it look good. But let's say this was your listing and you're just promoting like Valentine's Day with a picture of your listing. This would be kind of great. So obviously got rid of the background, but the sides look not that great. So let's kind of erase that if we can. Yeah, and then you could do something like this. It's a real house. It doesn't look awful, you know. Yeah, so something like that. Let's see. However, I like the lipstick more, so I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so that would be my Valentine's Day graphic. I would post it and, you know, talk about the product that I'm selling in a way that's not so like, hey, buy this. It's just like, hey, this is my company. Happy Valentine's Day. And boom, you have a cute graphic. You have a product placement that you're selling but not selling. And you can put this out in an email, a text blast, social media blast, however you want to, you know, promote your products. And yeah, so that is all I have for you. Do you guys have any questions before I let you go? I do sell an ebook and I do webinars, and they're all on Canva or building websites or social media. The ebook is brand new and it's called Canva College. So if you are interested, it has so much information, all the ins and outs of Canva, literally from like the beginning to the end. It has every level of Canva knowledge in there. And I also have a free Canva course in it and a couple different free like tutorials, because it's an ebook. So you can kind of click through it and see videos as you're reading. So it's kind of fun. But anyways, thank you for coming. If you guys don't have any questions, I do have one raised hand. Okay, I think it actually went away. Oh no, I do have raised hands. Do you guys have questions? Is it not? I don't know if I can see Q&A. Oh, Carol says the chat wasn't working. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I must have not clicked something in the settings. Thank you for that information. I will have that switched. Carol says, do you have videos we can watch? Yes, of course. They're on my website. I have tons and tons of videos. I have courses that you can watch. And if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I post videos daily with different tutorials. So that's kind of your best bet if you want to just get like quick content every day, would be to follow me. But I'm sure most of you guys are following me if you're in here. Because I actually only posted, well, I did do one email blast for this. This was more of a social media post. Okay. All right, cool. So if there is no more questions, thank you again for coming, and I will send you guys a recorded copy of this, and I will see you guys another time. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Yes, I will send the link to my courses and to my webinars that I teach. All right. Have a good day. See you guys later.